Hi, this is John with AZ Locators, and we got a good one today. This is the vLoc3-Pro utility locator from Vivax Metrotech. This is probably the best locator on the market that you can buy right now, and it's loaded with cool features, so let's dive in. Okay, so first things first, just looking at the outside of it, it's got a really nice weight, some heft to it, but a good balance, and this thing is actually insanely durable. We've had these come in after being run over by trucks before, and we're able to bring them back to life just by replacing some of the plastic housings. It comes standard with a rechargeable lithium-ion battery that lasts forever. Seriously, you could forget to charge this thing for like a solid month and you'd still have battery power left. Lasts a really, really long time, but if you do manage to actually drain the battery all the way down and you're out in the field, you can just replace the rechargeable battery with a AA cell tray and you're back up and running. Okay, so let's fire it up. And the first thing you're going to notice right off the bat is this color screen. That color screen is actually not just for show. There's a good reason for this screen to be in color, and I'll show you that a little bit later. If you've ever used a multi-frequency locator before, most of this stuff is going to be pretty familiar to you. You got your frequency selection up here. It's preloaded with pretty much all the common ones that you see in everything. Plus it's got the passive modes that you can use without the transmitter. So you've got power, radio, and cathodic protection that you can just use the wand all by itself to locate those things. Okay, and then all the way up here in the top left you have your antenna modes. You've got the standard peak and null antenna modes that you're used to, but you also have this brand new one. This is omnidirectional peak, and this is only in the vLoc3, and what that does is when you're in this mode and you're doing your initial sweep, it doesn't care what direction you're holding the locator, what angle. If you walk over the line, no matter which way it's facing, omnidirectional mode is going to pick that up. And then up here what you can see is that you get automatic depth and current readings. As soon as you get somewhere close to the target line that you're tracing, the depth and the amount of current that the receiver is seeing at that spot, they show up automatically right there. No need to push another button to see it. Okay, so if we press and hold this key over here for a couple of seconds, we get into an entirely different screen, and this is the sonde locate screen. So if that's what you're doing, if you're locating sondes, you can see it is dead simple. All you do is follow the arrow, walk where it tells you to go, and as soon as you get right over where the sonde is, it shows up right in the middle of the crosshairs, and again, depth automatically shows up for you right there in the top left. Okay, and to show you what this next screen does, we actually have to go outside. Okay, so this third screen here, we call this offset locate or vector locate, and what this does is it locks onto the line, and then it actually allows you to go off to either side. And as you walk off to the side, it tells you how far over, which direction, and the depth in real time. So if the line goes underneath a fence or something or out into the street and you don't feel like getting run over, you can throw it in offset mode and keep on locating. This also shows you how accurate you're being in the offset locate mode based on how small or large that bubble is. So it's real small and green like that, which means we're super accurate. If we go off to the side far enough, we start to see it grow a little bit and shrink. The bigger the bubble, the less confident the locator is, but if you have a really nice clean signal from your transmitter, you'll be very accurate with this. So remember this color screen? Well, here's what it does. The color of this bar that you look at as you locate corresponds to how clean or distorted your signal is. So a blue bar like that means a minimal amount of distortion, so low distortion. If we can get it to turn green like that, a green bar means a perfectly clean signal and no distortion. If you see red, what that means is significant distortion, and you could either be off track or your signal's just being interfered with by other utilities in the area. So what that means in practice is that if you are seeing either a green or a blue bar while you locate, that's positive identification that you are tracing the line that you're hooked up to. If we go into the menu, we see even more options that you can turn on and off. We got a couple more funky antenna modes here. We also have a million different frequencies if you look at all these different options. You can add or remove any of these ones you want. You have a couple of different screens, different perspectives that you can turn on and off there. And then it's got these warnings. And the warnings will cause the handle to vibrate and a warning icon to show up on screen if, for example, you're too close to overhead wires that are interfering with your locate, getting too close to where it detects a live power cable, or even if you're swinging the locator too much. All these warnings can be turned on or off. I have them off right now, but you can turn on and off any ones you want. So yeah, I really love this locator. Unlike the VM810, which is just one button, one mode, one frequency, this is actually pretty complicated, but all those bells and whistles are there to make locating easier when things get messy out in the field. And if you locate for a living, you know it's pretty much always messy. I love the distortion indicator on screen. I love the omnidirectional locate mode, the offset locate mode, the SON mode. Those are features that are only available in the vLoc3. And obviously you can use this with any Vivax transmitter, but because of all the additional frequencies that they've put into the menu that you can turn on, you can technically use this with pretty much any transmitter from other manufacturers out there. All you got to do is match the frequency on the wand to whatever frequency on the transmitter you've got, and you're good to go. Okay, so that's pretty much it. You can kit this thing out with all kinds of add-on accessories like a EMS marker ball locator, external GPS antennas, electrical fault locator, things like that. But the standard kit gets you the vLoc3 receiver, either a 5 or a 10 watt transmitter, direct connection cables with a ground spike, and a inductive ring clamp, and that's good for 99% of all locating that you're likely to do. So thanks for watching the video. If you want to see more detail about all this equipment, you can go to azlocators.com and see some more of what we've got on offer. And as always, leave a comment if you have any specific questions about this stuff, and we'll see you next time.